anytime we plan it, it just doesn't go well.
I need more buttons. That's the problem. I need more buttons. I don't have enough buttons. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy, what's today?
Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Good morning.
Nika's not paying attention. She don't care.
I know.
She's like, whatever.
Right.
Just started a show and she's already
I'm like, yeah, hey, hi, how are you? Hey, hi,
Christelle. Style is in the building. Hello.
Oh, what's going on?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you walked in here like you was still in Jamaica. I said, what?
I feel like I am in Jamaica right now.
You haven't left.
You still feeling the vibes. You know
Love
what I'm
it.
saying? Like,
Love it.
it's going down. But I was
You should
like,
probably put this on so you know
when
nobody can hear you like right now.
Okay. Y'all can hear me now. Let me talk up. Speak up.
Yeah, you just got to talk in the mic. That's all it is.
There we go.
Style came through and then went like this.
Like I ain't new to
you know, so like we got booms and stuff that are.
Sit back and relax. Sit back and
You're doing
relax.
this longer than me. You're just gonna be like, so yes,
yeah,
I just came from Jamaica. Man,
That's
listen.
how Jamaica made you feel. You like, yeah, you got to sit back about life, you know, and just be like, it was so beautiful there.
Nice.
We're going back.
Got to
go back.
You got to.
But of course, I feel like I'm in Jamaica because I'm right here on the Tha1Radio with you two. Like,
I mean, we're a party
can't hear you,
vacation.
by the way.
you can't hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear myself.
Right. Well, because
Is it
you're the
hard?
one talking.
It doesn't even have an on button. I think you just got to get closer to it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So now I
Gotta
can
put
hear.
it right there. I'll pull
Or I can back it up for you. If you
No,
want to
don't back it up on me. I'm doing enough of that. Okay, that's too close. That's too close. I'm telling my business about what I be doing on these streets. Come on down. Come on now. I don't need to get editorials now, okay?
She said what I be doing out in these streets.
I love it. I love it. Well, it is let's just get out of the way. It is a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning here in the Alamo City. The current temperature is 77 degrees. Today will be mostly sunny skies out there with a high of 101 degrees, back into triple digits.
Yeah,
Some estimates are saying 102, but we shall see.
No, that 102 gonna happen.
That 102 gonna happen. We're
That 102 gonna happen for
We're
real.
gonna push for that 102. And the low tonight will be 77 degrees, which sounds good, but the humidity is at 52%. That's high for around here, right?
It's very it's sticky.
That's sticky.
Yeah, it's very sticky on the skin.
So you know, bring your pets indoors.
It's so hot,
stay
man.
indoors.
I can't wait till wintertime. I'm like, come on, December.
Right?
I mean, because when it's hot, I can't think, and then I get angry, and then everything is more difficult than it really is.
Exactly.
And it's like, it shouldn't be this difficult. Like, I'm just going down the street. But
Right.
I'll be like, ooh.
I'm walking to the car.
This street is hot.
Why have I fallen 3 times?
Right.
I'm walking to the car.
Like, literally, I was in the drive-thru the other day at Whataburger, and I was like, I got to get out this drive-thru. It's hot, man. Like, you know, my air.
And were you in the second lane?
Man,
You was stuck.
I got out the drive-thru. I went inside. I was like, ooh, give me some fries. It is so cold in here. Thank the Lord.
You know that's so funny.
I'm gonna take some fries in this AC, baby. That's
It's like
Could
you're
not enjoy
outside.
hot fries in the hot weather.
I mean, when you go in the AC though, you
Just
just
be like-
you don't care. You just want something like to just relieve the inside. I
Yeah,
don't care
for real.
What it is.
This lady came by and she got a couple backpacks, and literally, you know, I was like, she walked in and I had just got a water from, excuse me, for myself. And I just gave it to her because I was like, I already know you've been walking. I just went to go get the water. And so I gave it to her, and she was just standing at the door. And I was like, after a while, you know, you like, would you like to take a seat or you need anything else? She was like, oh no, I just need this air. It's like, just give me like 2 more minutes and then I'm gonna be out your hair. I was like, oh no, you fine, you can sit down if you want. She's like, I can't do that either, you know. But
I don't know how long I'm gonna sit
well,
down.
yeah, she had stuff to do, but it was
Yeah.
just that hot, you know.
Right.
She was riding the bus, so yeah. I was like, oh my baby, thank the Lord for a moving vehicle, even if it's hot.
Amen.
Jesus be a raindrop,
man,
or
man.
central air,
or some wind. You know what I'm saying? Like, hook that up for us.
The
But
wind.
anywho, good morning, everyone. Crystal's here.
Hey, good morning.
Zay Zay.
Oh, it's radio. Hi.
Right, I was like, did you just
Sorry.
wave?
I did. I get lost sometimes. I get lost
Zay Zay.
in your eyes,
You know,
and I feel. Sorry.
he busts out in music a lot. It's great. I
love
feel like
it.
I have another, like, together we can make a band.
Really?
If everybody, because everybody likes to bust out in music, we can make a band.
Oh, yeah.
We might not sound good, but we can do it.
That's
No,
okay.
but we'll do it well.
But we
Right.
can rock the mic.
But we can
Yes.
rock
We
it.
can rock
People are gonna be
it.
like, I've never seen a band that thinks they sound so good in my entire life. We're gonna have all the motions, we're gonna have all the stuff, but we just not gonna sound right.
Right.
But Zay Zay, the people, what is going on over here?
Okay. This is
Rocking the
band.
mic.
Rocking the mic.
Rocking the mic. Rocking the mic. Sorry.
Oh, man. Hey.
Lots of things that we're celebrating
When
today.
you
Was that what you were going to
when
ask me?
you forget what you're gonna say because he's
Rocking the mic.
rocking the mic. What's we celebrate today, babe? What do we celebrate?
We're celebrating actually 3 things today.
Okay.
All right. So today is National Senior Citizens Day.
Oh.
So show some love to the senior citizens.
I pray to the Lord that I get to become a senior citizen.
Yes.
I want to be well into my senior
Right.
citizenness.
But like
Yes.
the ones that are around now.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Don't be Madonna. Don't just do it for you. Do it for, and that's a story that's coming up a little bit later on. Sorry about that. Yeah. So today's National Senior Citizens Day, and it's also National Spumoni Day because there's always got to be food involved, right?
What is a spumoni?
Spumoni is Italian ice cream. It's like an Italian ice
I
cream,
knew it
right?
was an Italian
so there
something.
has to be some specials going on right now.
Uh,
Somebody
maybe.
better be giving like 50 cents off or something.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Where
on
you pick up some
Spumoni.
spumoni?
At like an Italian ice cream shop.
Yeah.
I'm so mad right now.
So many.
Like,
It's like, hello.
I'm gonna need a little bit more
Where
specific.
they sell those things.
Right,
That's where
right.
you get
I'm
it.
gonna get
they
that.
have like 3 of them on the Riverwalk as well.
Oh, okay.
They have
Do
like
they?
the Italian ice. Yeah.
Oh,
you know
okay,
what I'm saying?
okay. So she does know actual locations.
There you go.
She wasn't just being an asshole.
She knows locations.
Where are you gonna get a spumoni? At the spumoni
You
shop.
know, it might be cool if I don't want to say. All right, and but spumoni is also, you don't scoop spumoni, you
Right.
you slice it like a cake, right?
Oh.
So like the way you would slice a pie or whatever.
Absolutely.
That's how you serve it that way. And it has very little air in it too. It's not like ice cream per se.
Gotcha.
It's a different thing.
Gotcha.
So National Spumoni Day, and it's also Brazilian Blowout Day.
Brazilian blowout day. Is that like as in tire blowout?
So I had to
Or-
do a little reading because.
Yeah, because you don't know what a Brazilian blowout is.
And it sounds, well, to me anyway, because of my, I'm not a chaste man. I'm not a smart man many times.
Okay.
But
a
I am
smart
a man, right? So when I hear Brazilian and blowout at the same time, my first instinct is not the hair.
Right.
However, it's all about the hair.
It's all about the hair.
So
All about
I'm
that.
glad that I wasn't the only one, because when I saw it, I was just like, that could be interesting.
Right.
So I went ahead and let you
Right.
talk
Yes.
because
It's not Cotton
I
Candy
was
Friday,
right.
it's Tuesday.
I was like, let
So
me
we-
let him do
So done
it
with it.
because I was gonna go.
I didn't know what
Yeah.
to it. And my apologies to my Brazilian brethren. I know that life is not just about that in Brazil. However,
They got some nice booties over there.
and
Coming from a woman.
some of them,
Coming from a woman.
some of them, some
They
of
have,
us.
they really do though.
And some of
Even the
us-
small petite
how do I not get in
ones,
trouble?
little-
You shut up and let us do
okay,
this.
yes, yes.
Because we were
See how I shut up earlier? You shut up now.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you,
but
thank
the
you,
Brazilian,
thank you.
the Brazilian booty is very nice. You know what I'm
is.
saying? It has a nice shape to it. It's very, lifted.
It's like if a peach and a pear came together
Together
and
and-
had a baby.
Yeah,
they
it
had
would
the
be a Brazilian booty. Absolutely, I
Yes,
agree. I
yes,
agree.
that's how that goes.
He's sweating right now just listening
Trying
to
not
it.
to. I'm trying not to involve myself. Anyway, continuing on with what the day is, it's Brazilian Blowout Day. So basically, Brazilian Blowout is a hair treatment or a type of hair treatment that minimizes summertime frizz or humidity. Taking part in frizzing up your hair or messing up your hair.
That's why black people don't know about that much.
So Brazilian blowout. Go get one of those, and you'll be ready for the humid weather.
I know a lot of Brazilians. I know a lot of Brazilians, a lot of Brazilian women who would get the Brazilian blowout. But then, I don't know, maybe it's because there's a lot of foreigners downtown working. So even the black girls is like, yeah, I'm getting my Brazilian blowout. Oh, for real?
Oh, for real? What's that going to do?
Right.
What's that? I mean, if black people want to keep frizz, it's called a perm. Work that out.
But they will give they weave a Brazilian blowout too. Yeah, the weave. Yeah,
y'all doing the most.
Yeah,
y'all doing
gotta
the most.
Take care of it. You gotta nurture the weave.
Nah, man, you doing the most.
You better. I mean, I don't spend $225 on this piece of hair device. I better get a blowout and maintain it. It's got to last.
Maintain it. You get that oil treatment on it and get to lock the moisture.
Come on now, then put it back on the head, back in the closet where it belongs. You know what I'm saying? So it don't get dusty.
Now your wigs, I can see.
Yeah, that's what I'm
your
saying.
Hair pieces, I don't know about. Because wigs, you know, you keep your wigs and you name them and you put them on your little heads in the closet. And, oh, I'm wearing Susie today and I'm, you know, woo-woo. So I get blowing out your wig. But the weave pieces?
Not pieces.
I don't know about all that, man. You doing the most. I'm going to just need to get another bag.
Get you a new pack, boo. Get you a new pack. They just open up another store. Go ahead. $2 a bag.
Oh no! Oh wait, hold up,
$2
please.
Is that all it costs?
No.
Oh,
look at me. You see me stop? No.
Your average good hair would be 15, 20.
No, ma'am.
No?
You are so in the braiding world.
Yeah,
look, that's the braiding world.
Yeah.
Your bags are 10, 15, 2, whatever. If you getting sewn in hair, your bags better be a good bag of hair is 100. You need 2. You know what I'm saying?
That's a far cry from $2 a bag.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I said I get you, but I'm still not blowing out my weave strips.
I am such a braider.
$100 a bag.
$100 a bag. That's how much my hair costs. $80, $90, $100 a bag. That's good hair.
Okay.
Good hair.
That makes sense.
Real hair.
That makes sense.
Well, you have real hair.
I mean, real hair that don't frizz.
Real longer hair.
She buys the Brazilian blowout already.
Right.
That's already
so then that's the question, right?
Yeah.
So can you buy hair with options, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So you can buy
you could buy hair that's a fro.
Right.
I could literally sew in a fro.
Okay.
Right now.
But I guess what I'm asking is not just the option of the style, but the option of the treatment. Like let's say I want this color hair. I want this much of it. I want it Brazilian blowed out. I need keratin in it. I need.
So that's what the beautician's gonna do. The beautician's gonna take the hair. She'll color it. Then she'll do whatever it is. But you can get hair that's wavy, really, really curly when you wet it up, or you can blow it out straight. So you can wear it in 3 different styles.
Yes.
But that's just like the beautician. She's gonna come and curl it and color it and do whatever the heck it is.
I'll allow it.
Sew it in.
Okay, that works. That works.
And sew it in. So yeah.
So that's it. Those are the 3 things of the day.
That's why people love naturals, because with naturals you could just go. You could just do.
Yeah.
But it does take a lot of care too, as well. You got to do a lot of.
I just add some mousse. You know what I'm saying? I had to get, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta
the
mousse
scalp.
it up.
Yeah, I still gotta nurture it and everything, even though it's gonna be like this for 2 months.
Okay.
And I still got to, you know what I'm saying, take care of it, maintain it,
My
and
girl-
I can still wash it too.
My girl just
Makes
said,
sense.
she's like, I'm finna go get these first 2 rows redone so I can keep it another month, baby.
Boom, already, boo-boo. I did that last week, but I had to go ahead and redo it because I'm going to LA in a few weeks. Yes. Them edges, the edges is real. Let's
She's
talk about
just
the edges.
a traveling fool.
Yes. And then I'm telling you, man, the edges, though, the edges game is coming back, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all about the edges. I never understood that, right? And I was like, I don't give a damn about my edges until I looked to the side of my face and said,
They're going away.
why is my corner of my eye all the way to my head? I cannot. I gotta get.
Yeah, people lose their edges
Yeah,
when they put hair in and braid and stuff, and so then you end up being bald right here because of all the, you know, you pulling your hair
Too
back
much
a lot.
stress.
And
Yeah,
too much stress.
you
Yeah,
gotta-
it's
yeah.
real in the streets with this hair, man. It ain't,
Yeah.
it ain't no game. I mean, you know, the black woman has had a long struggle with life and hair, like just swimming. You can't just go swimming.
No.
You know, I just told you that the hair itself costs $200. And this is me putting weave in, which means I could go swimming because it's initially it's like white people hair or not black people hair, so I could get in the water and get back out and it's no big deal. But you just spend all that money to get it weaved in and all that. You ain't finna do anything. Like you just...
Right.
We sleep like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, because before the day when we
Like
did
you
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Before the day when we had perms and stuff. Yes, we sleep like with a kickstand. You be like,
even with your hair wrapped.
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Especially in the
movie
day of the
Friday.
perm. Oh yeah,
The
movie Friday when she
real.
was sleeping like this. That's real. And people have
That's so
bobs.
real.
Yeah, man, we slept like this.
So real.
So that way nothing you don't mess up. Because when you do put your head down, child, Lord, that sleep get real to your hair.
Yeah.
You gotta wrap it. If you don't wrap it, it's
a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
You don't rap, it's a rap, and you be mad.
And you
hell
be
the
mad
next day.
because you go and pay. Like if I just got my hair done, like I don't even know how much hair costs these days, but holla at your girl. But like even if I went to go get this done, you know I'm gonna get paid $65, $70, and then you want to go swimming?
Yeah. That's why I hated getting perms as a kid, because you
Yeah,
could
like,
never get in the pool.
Oh,
All
right.
those chemicals and perms with those chemicals.
Yeah.
I was like,
Especially
no,
if you
I'm
just
done
got a
getting
fresh perm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, no more perms. I want to swim. I love swimming. It be hot, especially in Texas.
Yeah. The
Right.
black woman struggle with the life in hell.
Okay.
I think nowadays we just say, I don't give a damn. It's just too hot. But this is just
Well,
hot being.
look, now everybody's bald right now, and people cutting their hair off, and
Waste
you know
time.
they want to say it's like a
Waste
you know a
time.
Black Panther Wakanda thing, and I'm like, no, boo boo, it's a
No,
heat
it's
thing.
a heat thing.
You have 104 degrees. That weave don't. That's for winter.
Okay.
Keeping your head warm. Nah, it's hot. It's hot. So
Wow.
yeah, you see a bunch of bald black women right now. It's because it's hot.
There's
Okay.
actually, it's funny that you said that, because there's been men on my timeline saying, listen here, ladies, I see you with a wig on in this hot ass heat. I'm snatching it off.
Right.
You ain't got to
You making
suffocate
me
like
hot.
that, boo. You making me hot.
Look at that.
Just say it.
Take that off.
Take it
I
off.
know you hot.
What's wrong with you? You got to be hot with all that hair on top
I'm
of your
telling
head.
you, man. That's why I
I
come
know you
on.
ain't got no hair, Lisa. It's okay, boo. Take it off.
Take it off.
You hot.
For real, for real.
Pass out with heat stroke.
When is it going to be National
But you
Weave
look
Day?
good. Right.
I can look forward. I don't know.
I have no idea. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if there is actually
At a
one.
glance. Well, we make one then, right?
Look,
I
I'm
think
all
there
about
is
making up
an
national
actual-
days. So
Right.
I've already made up a
And
few.
moving others.
To
like,
be
you know what?
honest,
I like Spumoni on Sundays.
Right.
Let's move that.
I've actually made up a few days. However, I forgot them. So it hasn't stuck because I
Right.
can't remember.
Right. You should also probably register them with something.
With somebody. Tell somebody other than self.
Right. Today is National
Right,
Glitter
right.
Day. Yay! In my house. National Unicorn. Put a cupcake on a unicorn.
Glitter
Day.
and unicorn. These are your favorites.
Right.
Glitter and unicorn, my man.
Well, you don't know. You know what I do on the weekends.
No idea.
No clue.
With his wife. She's
Anyway.
in charge of the glitter.
She may or may not be tired of the whole thing. I
She's
don't know.
sewing up the
but
unicorn
we
suit right
married,
now.
so
Right
You
now.
know, 'cause this is his third hole in his suit. I'm told him, quit scooping
told
around. I ain't getting him another green one.
Right, I'm not getting him another unicorn suit, okay? This is the last one.
He better wear that purple one I got in there. I ain't getting no more green.
If that's what she's saying, it goes
Right.
real deep in y'all's house. I'm
Right.
just saying. I'm just saying.
Well.
All right. So what is trending? What's going on? What's in the news? What are people gossiping about? What are people like fighting about on social media and all that kind of stuff?
Well, one of the biggest things that happened was last night's MTV
Yeah.
VMAs, right?
That
So the
did.
VMAs
So everybody
took
saw
place, and well, of course, you know, it's one of the biggest events in the country last night.
And everybody sung
and what do we got? And everybody's what?
Everybody sung Aretha.
No.
No, it was all about J-Lo last
No.
night.
Really?
Actually.
Well, it was about J-Lo,
Yeah.
but it was about, they were honoring Jennifer Lopez because weeks ago, they, let me just No, I'm not even going to show that. They announced that she was going to be this year's recipient of the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award, right? So the whole kind of celebration started off early, and then it built up to last night. Unfortunately, Aretha Franklin also happened in the past week, so they tried to, I guess, scramble to do something or to say something about Aretha. So what they ended up doing was they got Madonna to do a tribute to Aretha Franklin, basically come out and speak about her. There were so many better ways.
What is happening right now?
I'm going to show.
Right.
I'll show. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Why is Madonna looking like that?
Don't get ahead of me.
I'm like, what's happening right now with this?
Why won't it show? Please help me, somebody.
All I can say is, what's happening right now?
All I can say is, this is bananas. Why is this not? Anyway, trust me. So
right.
Trust me.
So she had a very interesting look.
There we go.
There we go. Look to herself.
Right. So Madonna had this very interesting look last night. I don't know what it's all about yet. I didn't research it. I do know that she's been spending a lot of time in Africa lately, helping to build schools, and most of her kids, I believe, are African, right, of African descent, and she adopted them from there. So she has been spending a lot of time over there. This look, though, I don't know, but I'm guessing Africa chic, because of the bracelets are very colorful, and I don't know. Anyway.
The
point of the
hair.
matter is
The hair.
The hair.
What's wrapped around her head?
Right.
What's going on?
I don't know. Anyway, so part of the issue is, though, that the tribute went on for about 8 minutes, right? So she came out and spoke for like 8 minutes on live national television. It's a long time. That's a lot of information, right? So she begins, from what I read, she begins the tribute talking about Aretha a little bit, right?
Yeah.
She says about a couple of sentences about Aretha Franklin. Then she spends 7.5 minutes talking about herself. I moved out of Detroit when I was 18 years old, and I went to New York to be a dancer, and I did this and I did that, and just spent 7 minutes talking about herself. Why am I telling you all of this? Because none of this would have been made possible without the Queen of Soul. I know she influenced my life. I know that And then she ended off RESPECT, and everybody applauded. But people at home were like,
Just like, what happened?
Yeah, why are you're talking about Aretha Franklin, but you spent 8 minutes talking about yourself.
Yeah.
And I told you all of this because
bookended it with Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin came before me.
Yeah, right.
Not like Aretha Franklin made some calls in my behalf.
No. And
not like Aretha was the one to talk to the CEO who signed my contract. Not that she had
not that she did
anything specifically for me.
Right.
It's like,
but I'm just going to talk about it.
It's almost like saying, why am I telling you all this? Because Rosa Parks sat at the front of the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's totally not even.
Right.
Wow.
Not showing homage
at
all.
And a lot of people are actually saying that the best tribute to Aretha was when the thing ended, was when the award show ended and they played out Respect. Yeah. So they were playing Respect at the end, so everybody could leave, and that was probably the best tribute of the night.
Oh, sorry.
So obviously then Twitter kind of erupts with people getting really, really ticked off. And there were lots of Twitter comments, and I can show you a few of them here. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one. There's a gif of Aretha actually saying that. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one.
Yeah,
which is
right.
Fun. Okay, now that Camila Cabello was on her knees and praised Madonna and dedicated her undeserved video of the year. Well, that's subjective. award to Madonna just after Madonna gave a self-indulgent tribute to Aretha Franklin. And that describes how the VMAs treated black artists the entire night. That's what Ernest Owens says.
Apparently it's ignore viewer comments day because people are commenting and we're not looking. But that's what Ray Sorrell, they didn't have no black people. That was his comment. They didn't have no black people to do it.
I don't expect it.
No have black. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, they should have just had somebody that maybe knew Aretha. If they're available, because that's the other thing too, right? If everybody's preparing to go to Aretha Franklin's thing, maybe I'm not going to fly to New York and do your VMAs. I'm going to Detroit to pay respects. Maybe, I don't know. MTV got enough bread.
A live broadcast from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the money MTV has.
Sometimes, you know, I know that that people. I know Aretha. There's some times where there's certain people. I'm trying to say this in the best way possible. Like I know Aretha's bigger than just black people.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Of course.
But sometimes, you know, it's just better if you just would have had a little black 12-year-old say, "Man, I'm following after Aretha's steps." You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just sometimes when it's just so disconnected, it makes it worse.
As many artists as went on late night television and just switched out their song to sing an Aretha song on Jimmy Kimmel or whatever the case,
which is what I thought that was going to be.
And it's what happened. She passed away, and then all of a sudden everybody started singing Aretha Franklin songs that night. You telling me you couldn't have gone into that crowd and say, I need somebody, anybody,
to sing an Aretha song.
Sing an Aretha song. That's our tribute. We'll show some pictures, and that would have been maybe better than Madonna talking about herself and bookending it with 2 sentences.
And Viacom is saying, "We'll let BET handle it."
Oh, I don't know, man.
Well, there is going to be a tribute. There is going to be an actual tribute.
I mean,
there will be an actual tribute that's planned at Madison Square Garden in the fall for Aretha Franklin. Like that'll be her whole thing. But still, it's like, you know what? Don't not do it, but it would take very minimal effort to do something right.
Absolutely,
right?
That's what I'm saying.
Right way.
And Glow says Cardi won, and she's black adjacent. Cardi B.
Well, she's like me, right? So she's Dominican. So there's black in there too.
Black adjacent.
Whatever black in there too. I don't know what that means either. So I do have a list of a bunch of the winners from last night. Which,
I was about to say, and then,
you know, I used to be excited about the VMAs. I remember there was a point in time.
I don't like award shows.
At home, I had my snacks, I had my chips, had my high C juice box, and I would be watching. I'm so serious.
High C juice box. Yeah. How old were you?
I was like,
I had my binky.
I was in there until the high C juice box. I was like,
there, yo, like in middle school and high school. I was all about the VMAs, y'all.
Nice.
But you probably also watched MTV.
I did.
When's the last time you watched MTV?
When they took away all the videos.
All the music.
They took away all the music is when I stopped watching. Yeah. I was like, what is this? All these TV shows.
I remember when BET took away everything. I was just like, what is this?
Like, how am I going to watch my videos? I don't even watch videos anymore unless I'm in the club. And I'd be like, yo, I ain't never seen this video.
I said the same the other day. The other day I was like, they still make videos?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, of course they do. Like literally music comes out, because before music would come out and then the video would drop a couple of months later, you know what I'm saying? But that song would come out. But now the music and the video, everything drops, you know, together.
Yeah.
And,
there's a lot less time.
When Beyonce and them do it.
Right. They don't tell anybody.
They don't tell nobody. They just drop the video, the album, the iTunes, everything is here for you right now. But
it's like, look, I made all this for y'all.
Right. I looked forward to waking up early in the morning and watching those videos. Yeah.
So what did they play videos on?
Just
what did they play videos on?
On YouTube.
Just online.
Online.
So you make your video to play on YouTube.
Because it's all about the streaming
now.
YouTube,
Vivo. There's online streaming, video streaming content.
Spotify, Tidal, you can stream videos there, even iTunes. So all that streaming.
So this is
and
what the
videos
for now.
Yeah, that goes.
I mean, it still has the same purpose, right?
Yes.
So it's still to promote the music. However, how you get it is now really about how many views versus how many.
Most definitely.
Versus putting it on a show or how many. Oh, we're gonna debut it on MTV tonight.
Right.
Nobody cares about debuting.
Nobody cares about that. Just put it up and just get shares.
And you know what? And honestly, the question is though, have they because of the way it's set up, have people like MTV and BET actually diminished the market, or did they respond and say, this is not going to be sustainable, we need to change so that we can stay on the air? Or did they have something to do with the demise of music videos on television?
All I know
by
is
not
that
putting them on?
they could have kept them on because what they replaced it with is
garbage.
Is
to us, right? But there's still billion-dollar companies who are pulling in a lot of viewership. Just because you're not the target audience doesn't mean that they don't have an audience, right?
But also when you have TV shows that come on and they're only on for 2 seasons and then they disappear,
that's because nobody's watching them.
Exactly.
Right.
You know
but
how
that
many
happens
of
on
those
NBC
shows
too.
are popping?
But that'll happen on networks.
Like what is on BET? Like for real, because every time I look, I don't even have look. Okay, but every time I used to turn the channel to a BET, like it was always the freaking BET Music Awards. Like it did not just come on again. It was on yesterday and the day before that, and like there's more reruns on BET than I've ever experienced in life. Yeah. So I know that they have some. Oh, the hip hop's on BET. What comes on BET?
So BET, they have the reruns of the game.
So reruns.
They have
their own programming.
Of their own programming.
Of the game. So, but the game is the game still out? Like does that still have new episodes?
No, now it is Hit the Floor. I want to say no, it's VH1.
So that's
but
one
they're
show.
All connected.
See?
So, but like
you don't even know what's on BET.
I don't know because
he gotta Google it. What is on BET?
Well,
what do they show?
A college show, like a drama show that was in college and fraternity.
Different world?
No, not different world. This is actually a modern day.
Is that the rerun?
In 2018.
Are they at Grambling University?
What is happening?
Y'all don't know
good times. It's a good time. She went back to.
I was when BET was.
There's a show with a really little bitty kid and a white man. His name is Arnold. I think.
Daddy.
There's this show on there.
And he's calling his white man dad. I don't get it. Okay, so like let's say for instance today. Right?
Not for instance, what does BET play?
I'm showing you. So for instance, today the schedule is as follows, right?
Okay, give it to me.
House of Pain is on in a few minutes.
The Quad. Thank you.
Okay, House of Pain is on BET, but I feel like it's reruns because House of Pain.
It is. No, it's certainly reruns. I'm just telling you what's on today, like what's playing today.
Okay,
today they're playing House of Pain.
Okay.
Then they're playing House of Pain.
Rerun.
Then they're playing House of Pain. But then, okay, it's Meet the Browns, right? So all the Tyler Perry stuff is going to be on. Okay, so Meet the Browns.
Okay,
and then it's going to be Meet the Browns
again.
Right.
Okay,
then it's another episode of Meet the Browns, followed by an episode of Meet the Browns.
Meet the Browns.
Then Meet the Browns.
No, not again.
Meet the Browns. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It might have been Arnold.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air comes on at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Then the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air comes on again, followed by
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
1, 2,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
3 more episodes of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay, but there's got to be some new show coming on. What's on next?
So at 4:30,
it's a movie.
House Party 3.
Wow, not even a movie.
Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
The worst house party.
Cause we on the ground.
Wait
a minute. Wasn't that the Pajama Jammy Jam?
No, that's with TLC.
Everybody after
was the Pajama Jammy Jam.
Yeah. No, that's with TLC and Immature when they was little young bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
that
house.
It was that's the.
But was it the Pajama Jammy one?
The best house party is House Party 1. The original house party.
The one that we all went to see.
That's the best one.
No, I like the house party series. I thought it was good. Then Why Did I Get Married comes on at around 7:00.
Wow.
All of these times are also off too, because it's like 6:56
and
doesn't come
4:29
and 3:28.
We don't come on at 5:30.
No.
Then they put this big new on it. A new episode of Hit the Floor comes on.
So at what time?
10 p.m.
So at 10 p.m. a new show comes on.
Eastern Standard Time.
So that's
9 o'clock here, right? But at 10 p.m.
At 9 p.m.
is Hit the Floor.
A new show comes on.
But then it's followed by a rerun of the exact same show at 11, right? So we're going to play it at 10. Oh, you missed it? Hold on a second. We're going to play it again
Yeah.
so you can watch this. It's like
Told you.
Leg caught means rewind, the gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewound. Take it back. And then they play again. And then at midnight, the Grand Hustle, that's T.I.'s show, right? The Grand Hustle
but it's a rerun.
comes on. It's going to be a rerun, of course.
And then
1 o'clock, so starting at 1 a.m., actually not even 1 a.m., 1:08 a.m., it's
So you trying to tell me
3, 4, 5 episodes of Martin, followed by 1,
Jamie Foxx
2,
show.
3,
And
4
then we back to
episodes
the
of the Jamie Foxx
So
show.
you trying to tell me, now I'm sure that you're right, they do have an audience because I would watch those reruns, but you trying to tell me
You would
that
have those
music
reruns in the
videos,
background while you got along with your
That's
day.
exactly
You're
right.
not.
Exactly right. I'm not watching
You're not-
it. Right. That's just it's just noise basically that's
Right.
on. But so you can tell me that music videos wouldn't be doing better than this programming that's on right now?
I don't know.
Beyonce's Lemonade that just drops. But you know what? Do they have right? Can they play? Are they excluded? Why do they?
Well, here's
What?
part of the thing, right?
Who?
Here's part of the thing. Part of the thing is that it's inexpensive to an extent, right? Because you don't have to actually produce anything. Remember, BET had shows, 106 in Park, and they would
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
like live shows, even if it was just this for most of the day, and then they would just have 106 in Park on at least.
But they do
or
have to pay
1 or 2
106
shows.
Park produce it. The shows.
They have
of
to
this.
shoot it. They have to create the programming and produce it, and that costs money, right? So, something that I learned a long time ago. Remember when a new station would come on and they would play like only music videos for like all day, all night,
day.
and they would have no other programming. And
Yeah.
sometimes people would be like, "Oh my gosh, like, do you guys have any shows?
Yeah.
All you're doing is playing music videos." The reasoning for that is because it's cheap
Right.
television.
Yeah.
Right. It's very
You
inexpensive.
just grab everybody's videos and run them.
Grab everybody's videos,
in there.
run them, throw some commercials in there. You get people to watch while you create your programming, while you create your stuff. You can just have a music video channel, and
All
at
day.
least people will be engaged somewhat
Because they
want
wanna see the videos, or they wanna hear the music.
But then as soon as it's like, well, I have an idea for a show, we're doing this. Then now you start playing with the
money.
ratings. You start playing with the ratings, right? You're paying money to create a show. You know that you get this when it comes to music videos, but you're betting on that you're going to get this many more for watching the show. I think the idea is to do a little bit of each, right? Have some programming, have some music, have some stuff. Like, be a DJ
Yeah,
when you're
variety.
DJing to people.
Right.
DJ visually to people.
Man, let me
But
tell you,
read
this-
the crowd too.
this is
I
why-
don't think 9 episodes of House of Pain
Is
on
where
a
it's
Tuesday.
at.
No.
So what I'm
But-
saying is, but that's why YouTube and all this stuff is so popular.
Yeah.
Because you can watch any type of stuff. You get
can
the
watch
music
anything all
videos,
around
you
the
can get
world.
T-shirt
Yeah.
shows, you can get
Right.
pieces of movies, whatever. You can watch anything and live stuff. Ray was saying the kids who watch these are on their phones watching videos, YouTube, etc.
Yeah. And on demand, which is the big
Right. When they
right?
want to and
It's
everything
on
else.
demand, and that's I mean, it's obviously it's the future is now, so it's been the future of entertainment to be able to watch it when you want,
When you want
however
to.
many times you want,
Right.
And
I miss
But there's
surprises,
something-
yo.
there's something to be
about
said.
when you watch the videos
Yeah.
and then bam, your favorite video came on.
We're just going
Like,
home and watching TV
yeah.
at 7 because the show is on and you want to watch it and it became family
Right.
time too.
Right.
Yeah.
Much like dinner at the table. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Everybody sat up and we watched the Cosbys together and then we watched Different World together and then we watched. So like we knew the programming from 7 to 9, especially Monday through Thursday, and it was family time.
Right.
You know, you ate dinner, you watched your shows, and then you had to finish your homework or get ready for bed.
That was
Where
so
now,
great. It was
to
so
me, I
great.
like that feeling. You know,
so great.
It reminds me of that's why I like holidays and stuff so much
Yeah.
because that it reminds me of just that family love and people just
Yeah.
being around each other and enjoying
Right.
company.
Right.
And so that's what to me TV programming was back in the day.
I
Like
agree.
it was a time for us to
Right.
sit back and listen, and then the next day you talked about at school. Did you watch
Right,
such and such
right,
show
right,
and
right.
whatever? So
yeah,
and so
because when
had
you were
on.
little, you probably went back to school like, y'all saw the VMAs last night.
Yeah,
Right.
and then you talked about
Right.
that at school, so
Right.
it was definitely something. And now it's like, did you watch that? No, I'm watching it right now.
Right,
Okay,
right,
well
right.
let me watch it too. And
Yeah.
like we went to go eat the other day, and I thought it was so crazy because this couple was eating. So you're one person and I'm the other, right? And they were like this. You was eating with this hand and I was eating with this hand. And I'm like, what in the hell is they doing? Right?
And they're watching on
They
their
was
phone.
watching the phone, sharing the ear thingy.
Oh.
Right? And so one person had one had the other. They were that close to each other, and the phone was in the corner watching what. I was like, y'all is at a restaurant. There's TVs on the wall. Like, comment for 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah,
I wanna watch...
or just talk to each other for
Yeah.
35 minutes, however long it takes to get your food and eat or whatever. Like, y'all looking like y'all got problems over here. I was about to, are y'all okay? Are you crying? What's wrong? Oh,
Right.
no, they watching television.
Are you all right, Aretha? Like, what's happening with you girls right now?
Yeah,
That's
watching television.
You know, when you come back to family and that connection and, you know, making sure that we have time together, we have a family chat room in Messenger where it's everybody in the family. Even my Uncle Pancho, he don't even hop on Facebook, but he in there just in case he hop in one day. And, you know, there's always that time where we're always like chatting, boom, 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 and then it's quiet. And then there's times we're chatting again, and then we start like arguing with each other. Through Facebook, right? And then we bring up like old things. Oh, remember when you used to take my toys from me and make me cry? You know what? Forget you. I'm not paying you your money right now. Yeah, like it gets real in the chat room.
Yeah.
So then we'll call each other and be like, you see what Tony said to RJ? Or we share videos now. We share a lot of memes. We share a lot of videos with each other. So it's like, yeah, did you see that one video with the kids, whatnot? You know, it's also more it's inspirational Black news that we share amongst each other, whether it be information of how to better ourselves as adults. That's what my grandma's always posting, or even funny things like, you know, you see the black guy running away from the cops and it got the Mario music in the background.
But just doing stuff to share stuff with family.
Exactly. So then when we do call each other or we talk to each other and we, you know, we reminisce about the conversation, or we, you know, discuss the videos in chat room, it kind of gives you that whole family together. Even though your son's phone is, you know, his face is buried in his phone, you still have a way of being able to connect him
connect with
talking to him via phone. Unfortunately, that's just how today's time is. And I know a lot of adults are like, get out the phone, but
there's a way for y'all to connect through it.
Exactly.
You guys still have family nights.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah. We still have family, and we also have the family chat and you know, where we share pictures and stories and memes and jokes. Oh, I got a new joke. Oh. Because it goes on. These jokes happen. Mika, don't get mad. These jokes happen. All right. So, the mom looks at the dad like, Mom, you're embarrassing me right now. Can you please get up off the floor? You're always down there. And the dad looks back and said, lady, you don't understand the gravity of the situation.
Gravity, floor, down there.
Dad jokes. It was National Tell a Joke Day, and I still haven't gotten them all out of my system.
Yeah. I say
turned them into
keep
dad jokes.
that one to the chat room, the family chat room. Oh my God.
Either way, so no, yeah, I mean, there's definitely ways to connect through devices as well. But I say, there should be creative ways at our family night. Sometimes my brother-in-law introduced this thing that was a really creative way to get people off of their phones, because even now I'd sometimes look over and my mom is like, right, so my mom is on her phone,
everybody's,
but I wanted to tell you about my childhood. And you 1 second, hold on a second.
let me check my Facebook.
Beyonce just put something out with the kids. I just want to see real quick.
5% off only for today.
Right. I gotta get it.
So he came up with a really creative thing to do when we all go out to eat at a restaurant, right? So instead of people being on their phones and we're here supposed to be talking, everybody put their phone in the middle. First person to grab their phone
pays the check.
First person to grab their phone, because we're all, I mean, obviously the kids, whatever, but first adult to grab their phone pays the check. And you see people like, like you see them fighting we should look this up. No. If you don't know, then forget it.
Then forget it.
You know, if you don't really know, then forget it. And people trying to find creative excuses to grab their phone. Oh, let me take a picture. No, it's okay. Just remember.
Yeah. Just remember this moment.
Yes.
Just remember it.
Yes.
You don't have to take a picture of it.
So when I
Just-
went to Jamaica, I was like, "Nah, leave your phone. Just leave your phone. You don't need your phone." And I find my heart sometimes. I was like, "Hey, what you doing down there?
Yeah, because
Calm
it
down.
was beating.
You're okay." Like, because
Anxious.
I ain't have my phone. Yeah, I was like almost having an anxiety attack because I didn't have my phone. And I was like, "Chill, breathe.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you're fine."
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I had to look around, be like, "Okay, you're fine. You don't have your phone. You're okay."
It's
You're like,
what,
it's
but we
just that mind
lived
that
a
you have,
complete
yeah.
lifetime with no phones.
Yeah.
With no cell phones. So it's not like it's not possible.
Exactly.
And so that's why I always laugh about with parents and their kids. And they be like, "Oh, but my kid needs a phone, but you went your whole childhood with no phone. How did you survive? How did your parents survive without having a cell phone to call for an emergency that hardly ever happens?
Right.
Ever.
Right.
And when there is an emergency, what do we do as a kid? We went to now, they'll say, but there's no pay phones anymore. But how many times does your 5-year-old need a pay phone?
Right. Just find a police officer
Find
or find an adult, a
you
teacher.
know what I'm saying?
And
We don't have to go to the pay phone. They could just find an adult, and then the adult has a phone. You do what you do, but your kid does not need a phone. Like not at 15, not at 16. They don't need a phone. No. They don't. We didn't have one. So
I think a lot of times when it comes to that, I have a nephew who, and I love him, Caden. He could care less about his phone. He's in middle school right now, and I think it's sometimes with kids, it's more about the parents want you to have a phone, so I can contact you.
The parents
more
do.
so than the kid, and but then the kid, obviously you're gonna get addicted, you're gonna play games, you're gonna whatever.
Right.
But sometimes I look at Caden and I'm like, "You good?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh man, your phone." He's like, he'll just shrug at you.
Like,
I'm like, "What do you mean?
Don't need that.
He don't care about it. Like he doesn't,
And it is more.
You
for
see,
safety.
all his friends are always right
but
there.
I think the parents, it makes parents feel better. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you could just make a call and the kid answers the phone, right?
Yep.
I personally, if y'all were kids and y'all were smart, I would be like, "No, mom, I don't want a phone. I want to enjoy my childhood. I don't need all those electronics. I'll just look it up and go to the library. Like, I don't know, fake the funk." Because y'all remember back in the day.
What were those words that you just said?
Go to the library.
Yeah, go to the I said, I don't know, fake the funk, because you remember what we used to do back in the day. You just had to call your parents at a certain time.
Yep.
So you got to call me at 9 to check in about what's going on, right? So how many times were we somewhere, but we were really at the movies?
Right.
But couldn't nobody call nobody to check nothing or do nothing or whatever?
I was always where I told my mom.
Of course we were. But
I was always there, mommy.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I understand. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, there were ways to work the system.
There was ways to work the system.
Constantly being able to get.
But have a phone and don't answer your mom's phone call.
Right.
It's a wrap.
But they also can track
GPS.
you, and the kids can be tracked and all that stuff.
I need to know where you at.
But okay, so part of that paradigm was because parents were involved in communities. They knew who was safe, who was not, and if your kid was just out and about in the in the streets, so to speak, your parent wasn't worried because they know they're over on that street.
There, woo's there, woo's there.
And also the
So
parents know
fine.
that that's their protege and they created that and they know how they were as kids.
Right.
So they know if I thought it, you
gonna think it. So they would tell them, watch her doing this or whatever. And we did have a community and neighborhood to count on because the neighbor would call you.
Exactly.
I just saw your kid in the mall. Was she supposed to be in the mall?
Right.
Because I could turn around and go get her.
Right. So now the issue is though with us being parents. So that's how our parents had that network of neighbors and stuff. But now we don't necessarily have that because we don't cultivate that. Right. So we would rather be in the house than go and hang out with our neighbor or go and talk or go and have a potluck at the corner.
That's so very true.
We don't involve ourselves in necessarily community things unless it's people we already know. But how many of us actually go outside and just sit on the porch and talk to our neighbor or just hang out with a neighbor or go meet, hey, there's a new couple that just moved in 2 houses down.
People used to take pastries and things to the new neighbors.
I saw it on TV.
New neighbors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, we have to go meet the new neighbors. You have to do
Nowadays, people just rather stay in the house. Oh, okay,
I don't know what's going on.
All right, I'll meet them eventually. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
You know, and that's why now when it comes to you and your kid, I don't know those people out there. Hold on a second. And now that fear makes you want to give that kid a phone, makes you want to track the GPS, makes you want to know where they are at all times, be the helicopter. I have to create a play date for my kid. I have to be social so that my kid can be social. Otherwise, we're all just going to be in the house. Right. And the kid is fine with it. Kids don't care about going outside when everything is right here.
No. Right,
so
right. When I got
you have to cultivate that. You have to say, okay, well, time to go outside, time to play some, time to run in the yard, time to.
Oh yeah, because my parents would do that too. Go outside, but I don't want to go outside. Like go outside. You're not finna stay in the house all damn day. Go outside.
Go outside.
I don't care. You go, and my dad will say, you either find something to play, or I'm gonna find something for you to work on. Okay.
Right. Look at this.
Y'all see why I got all these imaginary friends? Come on, Bobby, we're going outside.
Look, Daddy.
Let's go.
Look what I can do. Go practice outside. I'm gonna go practice outside.
Right.
Man.
Had the bike.
I'm just telling you.
Go ride your bike.
Nicole says some schools use text messages to keep the kids informed on changes of assignments. Man, they need to send that to parents. Why? I mean, Glow says 75% of the time my son doesn't answer his phone anyway. It pisses her the heck off. It pissed me the heck off, like literally. But
it feels as like our generation is the problem.
Man,
the more I think about it, we're the problem and then we get mad at our kids. Why don't you go outside? Well, you didn't cultivate a world where I would want to go outside.
Right. Nicole says I definitely ignored my pager, and I'm like, yeah, you remember the pager? You get the little messages.
My mama's
or whatever.
pager was always blowing up. Good Lord! And my grandma, oh my God! So every time my grandma like, Trina got that damn pager, she don't want to answer her damn phone. I don't know why she got that damn pager. She don't want to answer.
But even the pager, you had to still get to a phone. You know what I'm saying? So you could be, well, I was over here. There wasn't no phones around. I didn't have no change to call you on the payphone. There was still some excuses.
Yeah.
Now, outside of, my phone was, it's so hard to make an excuse with the cell phone because what happens is that people watch how you act normally, right? So if my dude, me and my dude, we fight all the time about it. And I say, well, dude, I only have my cell phone around all the time when I'm not with you, right? Because I'm waiting for you to call, just in case you call. Right. But if I'm with you, I'm not worried about having the cell phone right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So, or like if I'm at the office, there's a phone here. So I don't need to have this on my hip and whatever the case. But there's some people that, they walk around with their cell phone like this.
Right.
And then they want to act like they missed your call. You ain't missed my call. you just didn't answer it. You know what I mean?
In my hand-eye phone coordination is still off, so it's hard for me to walk, text, and all of that.
Do all that.
I'm not that coordinated.
Yeah, some people have their phones on them so much. You got and then you got a watch phone and it is phone. You missed my call, boo. It was on your wrist. Right. It was ringing right here. And then of course one call is different, but 22. You missed all 22 of my calls.
Right. Yes. Just tell me you didn't want to talk to me.
Just send me a text and say I don't like you.
That's okay. Hey, I can't talk. Why don't we text later?
We got disconnected. No, I hung up on you. I didn't feel like talking to you anymore. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
That wasn't a bridge or a tunnel. That was me just clicking end.
I just hung up on you.
I still kind of feel like the crappy battery life on phones is like the industry's way. I'm sure they can make a battery that doesn't die after, an hour of using it, right? So I feel like that's their way of giving us an excuse because that's usually the excuse. Oh, my phone died. Oh, my phone died. Oh, my phone died.
My phone be dead. That's not an excuse. They really do. Tell them.
Yeah, I really do.
Look at me. Tell them.
I'll be like, listen, every time I call, I'll be like, damn, her phone dead. Go straight to voicemail.
But then when she be with me,
her phone's still dead.
But then when she be with me, and then she see all the stuff that I do all day, and then she be like, man, your phone is forever on 10%. I'll be like, because I'm videotaping, calling, texting, doing, living.
Right.
By 11:30, I got no more juice.
Yeah.
I'm doing too much.
You need a charger, I think. If we only had some kind of device,
a solar panel charger.
One of these
you need the
would
solar
be,
panel one.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Just set that.
I think that maybe all phones should be solar powered,
should.
and then be done with
They'll
it.
just
It's
be charged.
always charged.
There you go.
You know,
That
instead
would
of
get
all,
rid
but
of-
then you know how many billions of dollars the industry loses on this crap.
On you having to keep on buying. That's
No,
why
it's
they won't, because they can
new
easily
connectors.
make a solar charger phone.
Man,
Easily.
I know this dude named Kiko make it for you, but you
What's
know,
up, Kiko?
then
Holla at
he's
your girl.
then he's gonna be in trouble because they come and get him, and it's a whole thing. Anyway, the VMAs were last night. Oh my gosh! Why am I on the
Don't
BET
care for it.
website?
You know,
Anyway.
I'm more excited
Because
about. Oh, well, go ahead.
No, you were
I was about to
excited
say,
about.
I'm more excited about like Soul Train Awards, you know, or even the like the social. I guess they had even a social media awards like BET threw on for all like the social, you know, internet famous people.
Oh, wow.
You know, and did an award.
You know,
show
the
for
only
them.
awards that I like are the One Awards.
The One Awards, December
Which
1st.
is coming December 1st.
Yes.
And is going to be at the University of Incarnate Word in the library. I know y'all are thinking, what? I thought it was going to be. Don't worry about it.
Just make sure your ass is there.
Just
That's
make
all.
sure you're there. No, we got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gesture and donation. And we got the venue for.
Aww.
So, being that it is a fundraiser,
Yes.
right? Because this is the awards is the money. What we do when we raise money during the awards, we use that money to buy Christmas gifts.
Yes.
And you know, Nika does the most during Christmas because that's my favorite holiday. It reminds me of the family and all this. So I got so many presents during Christmas, I used to get tired opening them. So when we give out Christmas presents and people only give like one or two,
Yeah.
I'd be like, ain't no Christmas. Now I get it. Two's better than none, and just so the people know that they care, but I want them to have a little bit of a Nika Christmas.
Yeah.
So what we do is we get the families, we get the tree, the dinner, the turkey and the dinner, and at least 6 to 8 gifts for every kid that's in the house.
Nice.
Love it.
So that means we need y'all to come, buy tickets, support, and all that good stuff, right? Because that's a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And so we need y'all to come. But at the same time, we're celebrating 21 people that all do great things in the community. Miss Glow Armour won an award. She
Yeah.
was
Nice.
the entertainer because through her entertainment, she just helps and uplifts and teaches and does things that brings back into our community and uplifts it and makes us a better place.
Yes.
So she's won one. And she's on here right now. That's why I said that. But we have honored a lot of folks because this is going to be our 5th year.
Yes.
I want to say our 5th year doing it. So
Very cool.
21 people, you know, each year. So I'm excited, man. We honor. We have not a pastor group, but a religious group, spiritual group. You know, because everybody says a lot of people will say, well, in the church you should be helping the community, right? I'm like, everybody should be helping the community, not just the church, right?
In the community.
In the community,
Everybody
should be helping the community, but they
right.
just assume it just be the church that needs to be helping, and everybody else can just be willy-nilly, right? But my thing is, yes, that might be one of their main purposes, but there's always someone in the church that's also going above and beyond
Yes.
and
Right,
doing more
right,
than
right.
what people call them to do or expect them to do,
Sure.
right? So
Makes
this
sense.
is the time now. Coming up the next month will be nominations. We've already nominated people from as far as the station, and then we ask other people to give names and who they think are great folks or whatever, and then we announce the winners, which is 21 people. Everyone gets honored, right? Then out of each category, which is 7 different categories, 3 different people in each one, then we invite the community to vote for their favorite. So that's the People's Choice Award. And so they'll be honored, all 21 will be honored on the 1st, and then 7 will be honored with People's Choice Awards.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So that's my favorite award show.
It's going down.
Just stick around. Just a couple more months.
I'm just saying.
Couple more months
Just
and we
saying.
make it happen.
I'll be the bartender again.
Okay. He was working it out.
I was working
Yes,
it
yes,
at the bar.
yes.
Okay. Yes.
That's good.
It was dope.
What's your favorite drink to make?
I love to make Moscow mules, and I love
Moscow mules are good.
I love old fashions. I love.
You
old
like
fashions.
making old fashions?
Yes, darling.
I can't stand making old fashions. The muddling.
The orange,
You
I
muddle?
love muddling.
You must not be in the weeds.
I love muddling. Even when I'm in the weeds, baby, I'll be muddling too.
I'm muddling two at one time. You better get it.
Okay.
Yeah. So martinis are my
Yeah.
favorite thing to make because I
So
like to
love-
shake
They
it.
shake, yes.
And shake
Any
it.
drink
And then
that
if you
can
got
shake.
like an audience, which is people in the bar where you can have fun with, then you shake it and have a little fun with them.
I love making
Martinis are fun.
shots too when you line them all up and you just.
Yeah. Those things are fun. Those things are fun.
Yo, I love that. You see me like a 5-year-old toy aisle.
I mean, it's exciting.
Yeah.
So when I worked at Cheesecake Factory, they had the biggest bar menu. Like they got 200 and something freaking drinks at Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yeah, almost as many
Ridiculous.
cheesecakes.
And food items. Like they have a very large menu. It's ridiculous. So anyway, they have ice cream drinks at Cheesecake Factory. They got liquor in them, right?
Yeah.
And every time somebody would order these drinks, you see me in action. There's really not a lot of liquor in that. You want to get drunk, because if you want to get drunk, you don't want that drink. You want it. I'm trying everything in my power not to have to make that damn drink.
Wow.
Because it was so much. You got to scoop the ice cream. The ice cream's always extra frozen.
Right.
And then it puts you in the weeds. And then I'm over here scooping ice cream, and I got to get this, and I got to go grab a banana, and I got to go back here and go get this. And I'm like, this is the worst drink in the land to make. So if people ordered it, I was like, nah, you want a martini.
Wow. You sure you don't want a beer?
Bourbon and Coke. That's what
Glass
you
of
want.
wine.
You don't want
It'll
that
be fine.
flying monkey gorilla. You don't want that.
Don't need that. Want a glass of water? I know where to get that fast.
I'm just saying. They be like, but no, I really want some alcohol. I'm like, but there's not that much alcohol in it. Just terrible. And I was a trainer too. But it doesn't matter. Y'all didn't have to make them drinks.
Right. All day. You didn't have to put up with it.
There you
You
go.
didn't have to deal
And now she works
with the complications.
here.
Right, no doubt.
All right, so Michael Jackson lost an award last night, so to speak, right? So Michael Jackson used to have the record for having the highest selling album of all time with Thriller. But the Eagles took the title yesterday.
The Eagles?
Surpassing, the Eagles' greatest hits album. But it's also been on the market for like 30 years. But anyway, so yesterday it surpassed Michael Jackson's record for
What did the Eagles sing? Give me an Eagles song. Give me an Eagles song. I'm sure this white group. I know. I jammed it.
I know, right? I'm trying to think.
I jammed it back in the day.
There is a huge I don't want to call it a resurgence, but a surgence. I don't even know if that's the word. Have you heard of a new genre called yacht rock? Yacht. Yeah, like when you're in a yacht. Like,
obviously no.
Coasting around the Caribbean.
I don't recall it, nor do I feel like.
So basically, it's the type of music that rich
Hotel
people.
California.
Right. So how many? It's basically the type of music that rich people play on their yachts when they're cruising around, and yacht rock, right? So it's normally associated with maybe rich white the same people that tie a sweater around their neck and
yes, I got you.
and tour around yacht music, right? So Eagles music is considered that genre of music, yacht rock.
Okay.
So like the best of karaoke hits.
Yeah.
Is what I'm feeling like.
Maybe.
I bet that's yacht rock because because I know Hotel California. That's one of the. I don't know the words, but I know the words.
But you want to sing it somehow.
I want to.
It's such a lovely place, such a lovely place.
It's such a lovely place, or something. Some Hotel California.
Yeah.
I don't know the words.
Completely, if I'm not mistaken, that song is completely about drug use.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's probably why it jams.
Yeah.
probably why
It's
it jams.
such a lovely place.
So
do you know how
Michael
far,
Jackson's
by any chance, it's up?
yeah,
from
well, Michael
Thriller?
Jackson's Thriller was became the biggest selling out 30 years ago. So it's held the title.
Yeah.
Since it came out.
Eagles music is older than Michael Jackson's music,
Right.
but there's, like I said, there's been this resurgence, especially for the greatest hits album, which the greatest hits album is the one that surpassed, right? So now Michael Jackson is at number 2. So it was released, the greatest hits album, that particular greatest hits album was from 1971 to 1975. It was released in 76.
So it took from 76 to now for it to surpass
sell
what Michael Jackson sold in 4 weeks.
Right. So it surpassed the 38 million copies sold, and 38 million is apparently where Michael Jackson was. Now, here's the thing, though. There's a little bit of dispute, not officially by the RIAA, but there's a little bit of a dispute as to how many albums Michael Jackson actually sold.
Right.
Because in the years following Thriller, there were reports that Thriller sold up to 120 million albums worldwide. There were a lot of reports that said that he sold 120, but they're not completely verified, and so they're only going by what the RIAA has verified.
Right.
Not talking, what
What's
the
on
mom
the
and pop
streets.
stores may have bought, not talking about what's on the streets, not talking about.
So we already know.
Not talking about countries that maybe never reported.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Let's just, yeah.
And when you can be a Michael Jackson and go to, Tajikistan,
Right.
and sell out in a stadium, right? And you're selling out stadiums.
Yeah.
They probably bought a few
I was
albums
trying to figure out
in that
because,
place, and you
like,
never told
watching
anybody.
watching them in the concerts, right? They were yelling and they were crying and they were jumping, and I was like, can anybody hear the music? Because you're so hysterical right now. Behind a musical artist, like they were hysterical. People actually died because Michael Jackson died.
Yeah.
There was
so real.
reports of death because
Yeah.
Michael Jackson died.
Right.
I was like, I can't fathom,
Right.
but I want to know the secret.
Well, this man was, transcendent. There's lots of. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just corrected. The song was not about drug use. It was about Satanism.
Oh, that hurts.
Right.
Look at me.
Right.
Oh, that hurts.
You said it.
I liked it a whole lot better when it was about
My bad.
drug
Never
use.
again.
My bad.
Don't say that's Robbie.
Anyway.
Back away.
Well, purportedly about Satanism,
right.
but figure.
Now I can't get it out of my head. Oh, now I want it in there. Jesus is Lord. The Lord I love.
Right. Anyway. So now the
what's
Eagles actually
crazy?
have the 1 and I think 3. Let me see. They also hold the number 3 spot with the album Hotel California. So they have the greatest hits album is number 1.
How is Hotel
Michael
California
Jackson
about
dropped.
Satanism?
Well, we can easily
It can't
look
be
up
about
the
a love.
lyrics.
It's not a lovely place. It's not such a lovely place.
Oh, it's not.
Well, no, hold on.
It says you
Don't-
can check out, but you can never leave.
Hold on.
That's what Nicole
We're
said.
just gonna look it up. What is Hotel California
Mia
about?
says, I love the Eagles. Hotel California. We got to figure out what it's about first, Mia. That's the problem with human beings and stuff. We endorse things that we don't know the meanings behind.
According to EnglishStudio.com,
salad.
the real meaning behind Hotel California reads as such. One of the most iconic songs of all time, Hotel California was a Billboard chart topper. It sold over 16 million copies in the United States and was on the Billboard 100 chart for 19 weeks, peaking at the top, meaning it went to number 1.
Right.
In 1978, the song won a Grammy Award for Record of the Year, but music melodies aside, the lyrics of the song are now a great subject for debate anytime it plays on the radio, in pubs, or on road trips. Interpretations of the song range from drug use and cannibalism to mental hospital, devil worship, and even the Church of Satan. Let's debunk at least the this is homework.
Right?
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Yeah, no, let's debunk. Hotel California was not a real hotel. As it turns out, there is no hotel in California that goes by the name of Hotel California. However, we do find Hotel California just across the border in Todos Santos, Mexico. The problem is that, as with all other Hotel California spread across the states, the Eagles never actually stayed there. So it's not a hotel.
All right.
The Asylum, a psychiatric hospital, is probably the most famous theory, particularly once you look at the lyrics saying, next thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. To help this rumor, Asylum Records was the name of the Eagles record company for their previous album before Hotel California. So to help out that rumor, the Eagles had a label called Asylum Records. So some people say that this is about it's about being in an asylum, not that, right?
Gotcha.
So
okay.
So what is the song about? So after almost 18 years of mystery, the band explained in an interview that the song talks about the dangers of hedonism and greed, specifically as it applies to the American dream and their own fame and fortune in the world's eyes. Quote, her mind is Tiffany twisted. She's got a Mercedes Benz. They point to those kind of lyrics. The song was the Eagles' way of looking back at their own lives and realizing how they had become trapped in this lifestyle. We're all just prisoners here of our own device.
Such a lovely place.
You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Like, those are the kind of lyrics that they say point to that. Who could have guessed? All the same. If you end up in the hotel with that name, it might be better to look for a bread and breakfast.
So basically, it's like, you know, like you said, the money, the greed, the
hedonism,
all that stuff that comes, that was happening in the music world, that party world, that.
Well, you can't say was,
I'm not gonna say
because it
still happens. Well, in theirs, because they said when they looked back, it was like. Yeah. Man, we were partying, we was doing drugs, we was sleeping with all kind of women, we was doing we was going crazy, right? And it was like, we left one spot, or maybe you could say, ooh, man, that was a crazy weekend, but it's still there. The hoes are still there, the money's still there, the problems are still there, the issue, you know, whatever, all those pressures of what they were doing are still knocking at your door as long as you're doing it. You know, whether you're on a weekend for a concert or not. Interesting.
So they're saying.
So it's not really about Satanism.
Well, there's different theories, right? So some people think it's about an asylum. Some people think it's about drug use. Some people think it's about Satanism. They're saying that it's about.
But they said it was about their world where they were trapped in, right?
That's what they're saying. That's what they said. That's what they said. They're saying. What I'm getting at is when you wrote it, who knows what it's about, right? Like, you're telling me that you're saying that it's about that, but how many of the lyrics are actually saying, you know, oh, I was a jerk to that waitress when I could have been nicer or whatever. I don't see any of that stuff, right? So there's a reason that people think it's about the other stuff. You're telling me that it's about, you know, the lifestyle or the fast lifestyle of being rich and famous and how it's a pitfall or whatever. Okay.
Sure.
But there's also other ways to interpret. There could be two things that are true. Anyway,
but what I always say about good music, man, good music is somebody can take lyrics or something or whatever and make it their own.
Yep.
You know, 100%. So when other people are singing it, or when Mia's singing it, she definitely not thinking about, you know, whatever. She has her own Hotel California vibe.
Sure. Exactly.
I think Thriller's gonna come back on the top, though. Yeah, it's gonna come back, take the number one.
People gonna have to go and buy millions and millions of those records. Either way, though, I mean, it's still the number 2 record of all time, and depending on who you listen to, it's still number 1. And well, you know, nobody getting close to that.
No. The best karaoke song ever.
But even in culture style, you know, it's just gonna take that one new creative young buck to come and put a production together and be able to utilize Thriller, you know what I'm saying, for its glory that it was in the 80s, right? And bam, you know what I'm saying? Because there's been a lot of things that's resurfaced from, you know what I'm saying, from when it first came out and it faded away. And then, as a matter of fact, was You Got What I Need. You know how many times that's been remade?
Well, I'm going to tell you, the album will beat them again. All it does is it takes Halloween to come by. Because everybody got to buy Thriller again for the Halloween party.
And let that one Halloween year, it could be 2023,
Yeah.
and that Halloween just so happened for that Thriller
for some
album
reason,
to put it back on the top.
Yeah.
It could,
Yeah, you also never know.
Yeah.
There's look what happened in the early 2000s. I think it was the early 2000s, like the millennium area,
Yeah.
where everybody just started buying Elvis Presley records because pop culture they were remixing Elvis records, and it was in the clubs, and you don't know anything about that. They were
I do. I remember.
Elvis records. There was
Wasn't happening down
like
here.
house versions of Elvis records,
Right.
and they were in the clubs,
Who was
and people
doing
just
this?
started buying. Pop culture just wanted
did that
a
shit.
little less conversation, a little more action, and they were like,
You know what? I think you're right. I remember that time.
Cause it, and then somebody
speeded
made
it up. They were able to
Exactly.
speed
and
it up
somebody
the
made a
songs.
whole album of Elvis remixes, and then it just reinvigorated people to want to
Eminem
buy
was another
Elvis
one.
Presley
Yeah,
records.
I brought that up around
Well,
that time too. Yeah.
Glow made a point too. She said, "Man, it's not fair though because that's an album of their greatest hits, where the Thriller was just a whole bunch of good songs. Like you ain't. That's not even Michael Jackson's greatest hit album. Did he even have one? Has anybody made a greatest hit album?
Michael Jackson has.
I know what Jackson
his
5
big-
greatest hits, but
He has a big like. Well, I don't know how. I forget when the last one, but he has a big like double album. You ever see like an album cover that's like him as a statue or something, and
Yes.
there's just
Yes.
like that album that was a greatest hits anthology thing, and it was like 2 records, and
I
you
think,
know,
yeah, he
going
has
back to
one.
the 70s, and then I guess that was in like 99, but I don't know. I'm sure that there are more.
yeah.
You know,
Because
more
that-
releases. You
because
got to.
that
I mean,
was-
you want to keep the.
If you want to
keep the rent going, you got to keep releasing singles or records. I mean, at some point, different collector's editions and stuff. People will buy that.
because of the simple fact that like literally he has so many hits. Like his whole albums were hits.
Yeah.
So
That isn't even one. That's
Whole
one of the ones you
albums
just
were
want to
hits.
keep riding around, so you
Yeah.
can keep listening to the music.
and then it's one of those songs too, like a lot of Michael Jackson songs, or a lot of songs period that are good, that are timeless songs. When you talk about it, she'll be like, man, I don't want to hear another freaking Michael Jackson song, but let that beat drop. I wanna rock with you.
Okay.
And you be like, oh, and then
Yeah.
it's like if the once the beat drops, you right back in it like it just came out.
Make me feel the way you make me feel.
Oh, that used to be my jam.
Yo,
That
look,
used to
I
be
got
my
chills
jam.
right there, y'all. I got chills.
You really mean
Okay, that's real. Do you remember the time?
Hey, can you say what your favorite Michael Jackson song is?
I can't.
Remember the
You
time
got
is
just
good.
named like 5 right there,
And
yo.
my favorite now is Chicago. That
Yeah.
was one of his the songs that came out after he died, and that's jamming. I'm like,
Hey, Michael got the hit.
hey, what
If
is
that
this
shoulder
jam?
working,
Yeah, man.
And then all it takes is that spin,
Yeah.
and you try to get on your toes. and
Just
you-
wait till the event center opens and we really paying the jams. We gonna be in there dancing so much we gonna lose 28 pounds. Come to the next workout, Saturday Night Dance Fever.
Y'all got me wanting to go home and watch one of the concerts.
I'm just
There you
saying.
go.
Nicole
What?
said human nature
Come
can
on.
change her mood at any time.
Yeah.
Put on human nature and then put her
Boom.
back in that space she need to be.
I love it.
All right.
love
Well,
it.
what else is good? We done talked about this, and I love it. It's a 9:37. Hey, do me a favor and play.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? I had another one for you, but okay. What do you want me to?
I want you to finish it because because it was going.
Okay. What do you want me to play?
After you finish,
uh-huh.
I just wanted to. We need to play some commercials for the people.
Oh, we
you
can do
know.
one right now, and then we can come back, and I'll leave you with this question.
Okay.
If you're making a movie as an actor, right? Can acting in that movie have real life consequences? Can what you do in the movie have real life consequences?
I like that. I have an answer. I have an answer for that. All right, let's set about. So in other words, you in some
You
hot
say
water.
let's celebrate?
Somebody's in hot water. So let's cool them off.
I don't know if they're in hot water.
Let's cool them off
It's
with
not
the
necessarily
VG
negative.
thermostat. Well,
It's
it could
not.
be negative or positive.
It could be negative.
I was just trying to do a
I
transition.
know. Look, I'm with you on that, but I'm trying to buy time because it comes
it's
in
not ready
slowly.
yet. Got you. Yes, it
It's
could be
not
hot
ready.
water or cold water. But you know what?
What?
With a GPS smart thermostat, it could heat you up or cool you down.
Look at that.
Seven.
Boom. Go ahead. Got it.
Check it out on how you can get a freebie.
Apple bum, you gotta put me on. You need an apple bum, you gotta put me on. face it, it's hot, and weather conditions are not gonna get any better. Bills have basically doubled. But what if I told you I have a way to save energy and money while protecting your family? This is your girl, Miss Nika, and your solution is Builders Systems Group, or BSG. Take the guessing out of saving energy and let your home act for you. Now picture a thermostat that is so smart that based on your location, activity, and even weather conditions, it can dial down to an energy-saving temperature when you leave and begin to readjust to the perfect temperature while you're on your way home. And guess what? I can get you that system for free. And that's not all. How about alarm monitoring as low as $14.95 and affordable monthly packages to turn any home into a smart home, keeping you, your kids, your family safe, monitored and controlled right from your cell phone or your smartwatch. So how do you get this free smart energy-saving thermostat? Well, first, you gotta call 210-877-1222 and tell them Miss Nika sent you. BSG, making home automation simple.
Yeah, tell them Miss Nika sent you, the one sent you, get your free GSP. GPS. Wow. So just as we talked about how you can't miss a phone call, shush, because of your phone watch and all that kind of stuff. Like the watch phone, everything's backwards today. Watch phone and everything can control your thermostat and everything that's in your house that's plugged into the right stuff. So like, work it out. And it doesn't matter how old your home is either. Like it could be 100 years old. Wi-Fi is a miracle maker right about these days. So you can still get a smart home with video doorbells, garage door opener where you're doing it somewhere else. You know, turning on your thermostat, turning it off, turning on your spaghetti.
Absolutely. You can be on some more Alexa, I'm hungry.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. Mine said that to me the other day. Okay. I was like, all right, I'll go make myself a sandwich now. Excuse me.
Hilarious.
Okay, so so have you thought about the question? Have you thought about what I said? Can what you act in a movie have real life, real world consequences?
Yes.
Yes?
I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say yes. Can you come up with an example?
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Okay. That's extra. That was extracurricular.
I mean,
in a movie, like you're shooting the movie, the cameras are rolling. Can what you do when you're acting in this thing have real world consequences?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, for example, and I'm trying to think of an actual example, but like people who play their role like so good, and so they're a bad man in the movie, and then you see him in public, and you're like, you cheated on such and such.
Okay.
Right.
Tyree from Power, yo. Wait till I see him. Wait till I see that little dude, yo.
Right.
I promise you, yo.
He's on it.
So that's so real.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. Okay, so there are some,
And we interviewed old boy from Power, and that was before I started watching Power.
Yeah.
But if I would have watched Power before we interviewed that boy, I would be like, why you do that to Drake?
Yes, because goddamn.
Right. Stop killing the little boy in the dark.
Real world consequences.
Real world consequences.
Real world beatdowns. This is
But
terrible.
yes, I totally.
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm going to let you know that something happened that was real world consequence between Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder. And they're just really kind of finding out that there was consequences. You know, you heard about this, right?
I did, yeah.
So they did a movie together years and years ago called Dracula, right? And in this movie, there was a scene that was written into the movie where the two were getting married, right? So the two, so they shot the scene somewhere in Italy, I guess it was, where they were shooting the movie. And in the end, Francis Ford Coppola, which is the director of the movie, he didn't love the scene. He was like, you know what? I don't like the way this is, because they shot it and it looked fake. It looked acted. It looked like, you know what? We should really be doing this. So they came back to LA, they did their thing, and then when he decided he didn't like it, he reshot the scene in an actual church, right? Doing the ceremony the way the characters would have done the ceremony, right? Greek Orthodox Catholic. and he used a real priest as the extra in the whole thing, right? So he's like, this looks a little more authentic to me, and we're gonna shoot this. So it was brought up to them later, years later, like recently, and when it all comes down to it, these fools think they actually got married because there was an officiant. They went through the vows, they went through the whole thing, they said I do. And the priest was there. He was a real priest. And they did it in the church. And all of that, guess when they shot it?
1991?
Valentine's Day. The day that they were shooting was actually an interesting day because it was Valentine's Day.
Day of love.
So they're actually thinking these fools might actually have gotten married. Now, whether or not they're married now is a whole different thing because there's more to marriage, legal marriage anyway, than just... saying the vows or whatever. You could, right. You still have to consummate. You have to, live together. Like there's all kinds of things, and it's been a long time since this movie. But these fools might actually be married. Isn't that crazy? And they asked Francis Ford Coppola. He was like, "Yeah, I could see that. I think they are married." And then when talking to them in a recent interview, because they're coming out with a new movie soon.
But they didn't send any paperwork.
That they're together.
No, but
don't you sign paperwork?
No, but spiritually, if you're
in front of a real priest,
and people who witnessed it.
Yep.
And then somebody has to say,
and there's footage of it.
They might be. Look at me. They might be married, boss. Right. Who got the money? Because I need some.
There you go. So Francis Ford Coppola thinks that Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder are actually married. So word is, at an interview that they had, they were quoted as saying, "We actually got married in Dracula." Winona Ryder explained, "No, I swear, I think we're married in real life." And this is Keanu listening, like, huh? In that scene, Francis Ford Coppola used a real Romanian priest, and we shot the master, and he did the whole thing. So I think we're married. And then Keanu Reeves was like, we initially laughed off the notion, and Winona Ryder reminded him that they actually did say their vows, and on a pretty pivotal holiday, no less, Valentine's Day. And Keanu Reeves was like, we said yes? She said, don't you remember? It was on Valentine's Day. He was like, oh my gosh, I think we're married.
Wow.
So even he was like, oh crap. Like, yeah. I think we're married, because he was there that day. He knows how they shot it, what they did, and how they said. So anyway, it's unclear exactly how far that marriage can be stretched out in a court of law, but Francis Ford Coppola thinks, hey, yeah, I think they're married. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I always wondered that when I was a kid watching like television and movies and stuff. I was like, could these people actually... Because, if you watch carefully, they don't really go through it, right? Like, if you watch a marriage, like, let's say on TV, yeah. They don't actually do the vows, like, right. They don't say it in order. Like, it's not a real kind of like, they abridge a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And, are you, do you, or they make fun of it. Like, have you ever seen, like, hurry it up, I just want to get married. Okay, do you? Yeah, okay, you're married, yay! Or some, craziness.
Absolutely.
But they never really go through it. But I always wondered as a kid, these people really getting married accidentally? Can you do that? Now I know. Now I can go in the Wayback Machine and tell my younger self, don't do that. Just in case.
That is funny, because I would have thought, again, what I was saying, how people like see you in a role and then they like just treat you badly outside or whatever. Right. That was just my role. I would have never thought of actually being married because you acted it out.
Or you acting out love scenes and you actually get married in real life.
Now that happens too. The people that fall in love on the scene, on the stage.
Well, if I acted out a love scene, I might not be married, but there might be other things that's real.
Right, like this child.
Real world consequences. I'd like you to meet little Zazie.
Right.
What?
Mm-hmm. Oh man!
Talk about something that just popped up. Okay,
that's crazy.
So anyway, they might be married. I don't know if they're taking it seriously, but I'm sure somebody's lawyer is like, hey, can you look into that real quick, please? I'd appreciate that. You never know.
All right, because that portion's gonna come out of my check. I can afford that. That's what I would be thinking.
Winona Ryder on something like, wait a minute, John Wick 3 is coming out. How much did he have? How much can we get? Your Honor, a lifestyle I am accustomed to. Anyway, you guys are not even paying attention to me. You don't care about my feelings.
What? I missed the mark.
All right.
Was it a joke?
So there is also a I don't know which one I want to do next. I don't know what. See, one of the things that we do here is we try not to give oxygen to stupidity.
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes, you know, when the initials are just right, we just say, nah, we don't want to talk about that. And we don't want to talk about that.
Right.
And he just starts
Certain
deleting them on the thing.
Initials, yeah. Like, we don't want to talk about those things. Okay, so Drake took a break from his tour and visited a young lady in a hospital. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, or maybe the day before. He visited her because she had one of the best in my feelings challenge.
He went to go see her
things.
because of her In My Feelings challenge?
Yes, but when I show you this, you'll see why. Okay, you ready? Let me do this. Take it back.
I'm like, what?
Come on. There is so much slowness
That's going
Please
on
excuse
today.
us.
I know, this one just stopped.
Okay, watch this little girl. See, it's already almost over, and you guys didn't even. I'm just gonna rewind it real quick.
Oh.
So instead of getting out of a car, she was like, "Okay," and then did her challenge. Kiki, do you love me? It's adorable, right? So none of the dumbness of getting out of a car and then doing the In My Feelings challenge, walking next to your car. She got out of her wheelchair and did her In My Feelings challenge.
And her brother right
and
there.
her brother's trying to, man, okay, fine, you could be in it. then you gotta go. Then you gotta go. So that was really great. And then it just so happened that that Drake was in town, and so he went ahead and met up with her, which was really, really cool.
He's so
there
fine.
she is right there.
There you go. Look at
Little
him.
Sophia.
Doing it for the kids, y'all. See, Draco.
And
That's what you're supposed to do.
And on the Insta, he put, he basically wrote about what they talked about. He said, me and my love Sophia talking about Bieber, owls, and basketball. How cute is that?
That's what's
How
up.
cute is that?
Because she loves owls,
And she
probably.
loves- well, that's also his logo, his
OVO.
kind of OVO. Yeah, it's kind of. Aw. So it was a great day for everybody. So we're told that he spent an hour in her room, and they talked about a lot, from his music to her love of cheerleading, their shared interests, and they even touched on her GoFundMe page. So there is a GoFundMe page for her as well. And for good measure, we're told that Drake and Sophia even sang a song together, and it was her birthday. So that was a heck of a birthday present right there.
I'm like,
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Do it for the kids,
That's what
y'all.
you're supposed to
Gotta
do.
for the kids.
She's in the Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. And I'm trying to say, she's awaiting a heart transplant. That's her thing. She's awaiting a heart transplant. So there you have it.
I'm like, the
Drake
baby.
showing love, being a bro. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yay, Drake.
Yeah, it's all great stuff.
It's about people, not even just the kids, just people, like
Yeah.
uplifting people.
Yeah,
When they
absolutely.
down or when they feel like, man, I love it.
So now there's another challenge that's right on the heels. There's another challenge. We got lots of challenges.
More challenges.
More
You
challenges.
better be going to a children's hospital and donating some money.
Right? Wouldn't that be a great challenge?
Is it that challenge? Is that the
Dip
one?
your credit card challenge right in here at any children's hospital
Yes.
that you come across. All right, so no, actually there's a Barbie Dreams challenge, right? So Nicki Minaj's latest challenge is getting people to sing her Barbie Dreams.
I don't think I like Nicki Minaj.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know.
No,
And if I said that I don't like her and you were like, Nico, why don't you like her? I'd be like, I don't know.
When she first came out, I loved Nicki. But now I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what she's doing.
What's going on? What's this, a dance
These
challenge?
These are the all of these are dance
the Barbie
challenges.
challenge?
This is the Barbie Dreams challenge. So everybody
Okay.
is doing it to. You're not gonna be able to hear it, but the
Okay.
right. So it's basically playing the song and then dancing to it. And so these are, some very. Well, let me stop.
Does she have particular moves, or are they making it up?
No, it's going along with the words to the song.
Right.
Okay.
So in the song, she's actually like talking about in her Barbie dream how she's.
No, okay, so they all got certain moves.
Yeah.
Because she's doing the same thing.
Well, everybody's doing their own style with it as well,
Right,
but
right, exactly.
it's the motions with the words to
Right.
the song.
Right. So here's that one. You got these young ladies in China making it happen. Well,
I'm saying-
they're not Chinese. They were on a trip to China. But even still, they're doing their...
Please, you're about to start sounding like the president.
Well, they speak English very well. Speak perfect English. Speak perfect English.
I can't believe that man said that.
And then, of course, you got to get the head nod.
Yeah.
And everybody's certainly attributing it because Barbie Dreams is kind of like a takeoff on Biggie's song Dreams, right? So Biggie had a song called Dreams of, well, he called it Dreams, but basically of making love to these R&B girls where he talked about all these girls. Barbie Dreams is the same kind of song, in case you haven't heard it, where she talks about
Being with-
sexing or not.
Yeah.
Certain
So I'm
gentlemen.
telling you, this is what the video's for. When you did, this is good ways or creative ways to get plays on your video, because those are the moves on her video. So
well, some of the challenges are to match moves on a video.
Well,
like for instance,
I know that is because all four of the videos did the same thing, and they all starting off with this. And I ain't watched the video, so I don't know, but I know that that's in her video.
I don't believe that there is a Barbie Dreams video.
But
yet.
they all doing the same video. They're all doing the same moves, so they had
This
to
was
watch
hot
this
on the
on
streets.
Somebody started.
Somebody
My point.
started it.
Okay.
But I
Somebody,
think
yeah.
her video, her music video.
Okay.
You know
Right, it
what I'm
would've
saying?
been.
whatever,
Is out.
because
But somebody started the challenge.
Was it on Drake's video? Who started Drake's challenge?
Yeah, but
the
Drake
comedy
just
guy,
did the
actually.
video.
So there was a comedy dude who's always
Right.
walking around doing funny
So he
movements.
started it and
he
then went-
started it, and then it just went viral from there. And then
Right.
Drake incorporated in his video.
In his video, okay,
Right,
got it. Because I
right,
could have swore I saw it on his video.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
you did,
that
yes.
would, because people have to watch. My whole thing is that people have to watch it 1,000 times to get the moves.
Right.
Because they're all doing
Watch
the moves.
whatever it is that
whatever it is
whatever
that put
that
it out
started, yeah.
to get the moves. So that
Right.
would be a brilliant way to get clicks on
Right.
your videos or
Right.
whatever if you put certain moves in them
Right.
and create that type of challenge
Yep. Right.
situation. Because now people got to keep rewinding and rewinding to figure out what the heck you're doing.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been watching Drake's Kiki video. I don't know how many times.
I'm just saying, just to see what
All
the
because
heck
of the moves.
what the heck the people are doing.
Right.
So
Right.
now you're number one. Now your video's been played 10 million times, and yeah, that's because people are watching it 1,000. One person's watching it 1,000 times just to get the moves down.
Right.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm just
Brilliant.
not
It's
mad at
brilliant.
it. I'm just
even
saying
though
it's
it's not the
brilliant.
artists that are capitalizing, except for I believe there was also a Sierra challenge where
Level
she
Up?
did it for Level Up, right? And but that video was out, and I think the challenge was to match her video
Her
as
video
well as
moves.
possible.
Yeah.
Right.
And so yeah, that's
So
when
that's
you
when
actually
you-
that's when the
brilliance.
artist is
And
getting
brilliance.
all of
Yeah.
the likes.
And there were
Yeah.
so many of those videos. I actually loved hers. Hers was my favorite because you had people who utilized their talent to show off her song. There was a guy who did the snare. He was performing on the snare drum, and then there was dancing teams that all come together. I think Monique, she did one. And then she also had a lot of her favorite friends, like Oprah did a video. Like she just had actors, people who, were very famous, influential to make a video on how they level up,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so that was also something dope too. The video's hot. Like, ooh, and then she did a remix with Fat Man Scoop and Missy Elliott. That was hot. That was hot. Shout out to Sierra.
Yeah.
Like she ain't never left.
I'm looking. Blame it on. Okay, so I did see what I think is the winner of that Sierra one a few weeks back. Blame it on K-Way. and I think she's the one that was like, man, this guy, he knocked it out of the park. I'm just gonna wait for it to load and then I'll show you. But wow, he did. Like, they matched the set, they matched the cars, they like they copied. It seemed, and then the only difference was that they were all men in the video and not see how it's all ladies rocking out with headphones and stuff, and
they were all dudes,
and they rocked it. They made it happen. It was great. As soon as it loads, I will show you.
You already know the visual I got in my head. I'm just like, I don't know, were they the cheerleading type dudes or were they just dudes, like hip hop dancing dudes?
Oh, that guy
did it. I'm trying to find the video though, and it's
is this what?
Yeah, he's a very he's internet famous.
Internet famous.
Yeah,
Internet famous. I'm just looking for. Can I get a link? Somebody, anybody, anybody.
But I'm gonna tell you now. You know what time it is?
Oh. Is it time to direct to your pizza?
It's time to direct our pizza.
But not to pizza because she's just like that. You gotta excuse her, people.
I'm just so hungry.
She's not trying to.
We going to Tanks?
We can actually, absolutely, we can go to Tanks.
See, error is that automatic.
That couture, that makeup, that workout.
Never mind. We ain't gonna sit here and watch me looking for music videos right now. But anyway,
I mean, that's been the music video morning today, though. Talking about music and stuff. It was fun. Good, fun, light, bright conversation. I had a great time today, Miss Christyle and Mr. Zay Zay.
And no DT.
No DT.
Right.
The initials that I keep Xing out on my feed to not talk about it.
Oh, that man.
No man.
Oh.
I found it. I found it.
All I can tell you is,
give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, I did see this
you
video.
see
he speaks pretty good English.
He speaks perfect English, right?
Perfect English, yeah.
Not necessarily. Okay, so this is.
I did see this.
You did see this?
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Did cut it up.
Get it in a minute.
Okay, no, those are men.
Yes, honey.
I said.
I was about to say, I saw this. I remember.
just told you.
No, baby.
Men.
You know, there's a difference between all men dancing and men dancing.
Oh, see that.
And I have a unfortunate feeling that only half of them are men dancing.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I don't want to get to the point where we're not on the air anymore.
Yes. Get it. That is fine.
It's like, excuse me, I am dancing here.
I'm not even mad at that.
Boom. See, they got the Lambos, they got everything.
Go get it.
Kind of. Thanks.
So this is the winner of the oh my gosh, the Sierra Level Up Challenge. Go get him. And then there you have it.
There you have it.
This fool said, wow, throws wig. That is, hello. Now I'm watching it on the feed on the way back.
Can we? Okay, everybody. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. It is now's the time to say goodbye.
Don't be mad.
I'm not mad. I'm not
men dancing and going.
Man, get it.
If it was 12 women going, we would still be watching the video.
I was watching the video. I showed you the video.
Look, we would still be watching it right now. Right. But it was because
that's not true.
I'm gonna go watch it on my phone later.
The truth of the matter is, it was over. So I played it to the end.
There's only a minute and 28 seconds.
That's all we got. Let us calm down. Let us calm down.
Simmer down.
Simmer down now.
Let us simmer down. Okay, so Jazzed Up Friday. This Friday is going to be great. The experience is going to be there. We're all going to be there. Come and have some fun with us. $10 at the door, free food, all of that good stuff, right?
Word.
So be there. The experience.
Word.
I'm just saying, it's the best.
That's all you got to say?
And
La experiencia.
The directing your pizza to Tanks of Pizza is what you need to do right now. If you go in, spend over $20, tell them the one sent you, you get 10% off of your meal, excluding alcohol. You can also get download the app,
Yes.
the One Media Hub, and then get it punched. And that way, you can get you a free pizza, right? After you get 4 punches, you get a free pizza.
Right.
So make that happen. Then come and visit us on September 9th. You can even call and make a reservation, 560-2797. You got to do the area code 210 and make a reservation your table for September 9th. We're going to be there literally probably from 12 to 6, right? Officially from 12 to 3, but football first week. So beer, pizza, wings, games, giveaways, all of that. The mandate's going to be officially hosting. We're going to be out there giving giveaways and stuff. So it's just going to be a good time. Come out and enjoy
Are you ready for some football?
Man, aren't we? I don't know. I'm ready for the feeling of football.
Okay. Like Christmas.
Like Christmas. Like what I was saying, the cooking and the game being on. And I really like that feeling. But like, I really don't like what they're doing with watching old school videos and documentaries about athletes and even football, and how they talked about how their voice is so important, and using the platform for positive things and community. Like, it's always been rhetoric of what people who were in these positions did. And they do that for breast cancer. Yeah. They do that for
the Salvation Army.
What they want them to be a voice of.
Yeah.
You know, so it hurts my heart that, again, being a voice of it being fair to not just kill an innocent black man, or a man, period, for that matter, and making it such a thing where it's like, oh, you can't use your position to do that, but you do it for the things you want them to do. Mm-hmm. and it just hurts. And hearing over this time owners being like, you know, getting caught saying how they really feel.
Yep.
These are just players. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do this. We control this. They supposed to do this. It makes you say, man, what do we invest in? When we spend so much money and time and stuff doing, but I mean, that's just, y'all don't want to hear that, I know.
It's okay.
But it hurts my heart, man. I still enjoy the feeling of a good football Sunday, but I just wish that, you know, I wish that the other side of it could be better too. You know, it'd be easy to be able to do some stuff for some kids, or to stand tall for what you believe in, and that would be okay too. Right. We could all be happy.
There you go.
It don't take how many Sundays of football? What if you took every Sunday and dedicated it to a different initiative?
Right. Only 13 weeks and then the playoffs.
Yeah, but if you think about it,
that's not even half the year.
Yeah, 13 different initiatives of support. And they don't even have to be initiatives. It could be commandments. You could get 10 of them. You can fit that in the season.
Yes, ma'am. For sure.
But I don't know. Use it for something that uplifts everybody, and that's positive towards everybody. You start hearing this Reddit, kind of like the story that you were reading this morning, which just like, it just puts you in I can't believe you said that. Right. I can't believe you feel like this. Right. And then you want to look at, Lord, and these are the people running around here in planes and private jets and can buy whatever they want to and do whatever, travel wherever they want to, enjoy the beautiful beaches and this, and this is how they treat people and feel towards people. You got the other side of the world hustling, trying to be good and right and better, and we trying to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why people cross over. Hotel California. It's such a lovely place.
It's
such a lovely place. It's such a lovely place. I'm just saying. Just saying, man. Something to think about. We'll see you tomorrow.
We love you guys. Prayer time. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Dear Lord, thank you so very much for waking us up for another day, giving us another opportunity to uplift the kingdom. Thank you for bringing this beautiful guest, Crystal, in this morning and sharing just some fun conversation. Thank you for giving us time where we can just excel and relax and just enjoy the people that are around us. Give us more times this week to do that, dear Lord. Give us traveling grace today, and let's keep joining our hearts, knowing all things are possible through you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen, amen, amen.
Amen, amen. Well, there you have it, world. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us on another Tuesday. We appreciate you guys. We're going to see you guys tomorrow on Hump Day, where it's going to be humpalicious and maybe nutritious.
But nobody will be humping around. Don't
Ain't
worry.
nobody humping. Maybe we didn't sing that song yesterday. We should have sang that song yesterday.
We'll get some more tomorrow. It's okay.
We appreciate you guys. We love you. Keep it sexy. What were the things? Keep it sexy, keep it classy,
and keep it clean.
Kiss
You
your
already
face.
know it. We out.
We out.
Bye.
We out.